Step aside, step aside. Mike Angelino. All right. We're gonna do a quick little live. You know, let's talk about it. A lot of good boxing news, and we're gonna talk about it real quick. Just, I just had a live a couple hours ago with my partners Dave and Ed Cholo Trucker. So like, you know what? I haven't been live on my channel. So let me do a quick little live. It's been a while. So yeah, so let me get a quick little live. I got one person here who's in there with me. Who's in it with me? Okay, okay. I'll start in a couple minutes. But yeah, I'm busting a little live real quick. Talk about some boxing breaking news. Fulton versus Inui. That's a good fight. That's a great fight. There's also a fight with the Mark Muxao fight versus Brandon Figueroa, March 4th. Um, Muxao is coming off a loss. He lost to the Mexican fighter Ray Vargas, and he lost the split decision. And Brandon Figueroa just came off a knockout. He moved up in weight to 126, got a knockout. He knocked out Carlos Castro. So we'll talk about that. So yeah. So what's popping? What's going on? Boxing's looking good, man. There's some good. Just we're still waiting for the king of boxing, Canelo. What's his move? But there's rumors, right, that he's gonna move up. I mean, he's gonna make Bivol go down. I mean, Bivol was talking, right? Now he's gotta walk it. He's been saying that he wants to fight him at 168. There's he doesn't really want to fight him at 75. There's nothing to gain there. But he at 68 he'll get all the belts, and it's true, man. It's true. He could make history. He could go undisputed at 168 with just one fight, and then go to 75 and fight Better Beef at 75 and collect all the belts at 75. So be undisputed in two division. That's pretty good, man. It kind of reminds me of Henry Ford. Henry Ford was he undisputed, but he held three titles in three different divisions. He was gonna get the fourth one. I don't know exactly the weight classes. I forgot, but he was gonna get a fourth one. So he was gonna hold four titles in three different divisions at the same time. But they robbed him. They took it. They just YouTube. Henry Ford. He was one of the kings of being champion in different divisions at the same time. It's Henry Ford. I mean, not Henry Ford. Henry Armstrong. I'm sorry, Henry Ford. That's the Motor City, huh? Who's with me, man? Who's in here with me? Yeah. Okay, okay. So all right, so let's talk about it. All right, so let's talk about the Fulton versus Inui. That's a great fight, man. Fulton's a champion at 126 pounds. Um, Inui's a champion at 122. He's gonna give up all his belts, and he's gonna dare to be great and move to 126 off the fly. No warm up fight, and just straight off the gate to go fight the champion, the undisputed champion at 126. Fulton. When you move up, you're gonna be a little slower. You don't know you might have power punching at the smaller division. Let me just compare it to Canelo, right? Canelo moved up. Yeah, he didn't move up off the fly. He fought Kovalev a couple years before it, but then he campaigned at 168 pounds. Then he moved up straight off the fly. He didn't get a fight to see where he's at to fight the champion, Bivol, and he lost the fight. He faded out. If you really look at the fight, how he lost the fight, it's an indicator that he wasn't used to that weight. He faded out in the second half of the fight, the seventh, the eighth, and you know what I mean. So yeah, he knew he's daring to be great. He's moving up, and he's not taking a fill out fight. And he's gonna fight Fulton. Fulton's a boxer. He can move. Yes, we talked about it in our live that Inui fights fighters that he uh, someone put in the comments, I think it was LA Raiders, LA. He said that they said that Fulton can box. He's gonna make Inoue box. And then Ed said that Fulton Inoue knows how to cut ring. That's what he makes the opposition at 122. He doesn't. He never faced the boxer because he knows how to cut ring. He's complete footwork, IQ, everything. So that's good. I'm not really a big fan of Inoue. They always put him as pound for pound number one. But nah, man, Canelo's number one, man. He's going up, down, left, right, fighting champions, undisputed. Yeah, nah, Canelo, man. He's putting in the work and he's taking losses because when you take chances, you might take an L. You know what I'm saying? You don't keep it safe like Floyd when he evaded Pacquiao for 5 years. Then he fought him. That's not how you do it, man. If you want to have glory, you don't want to have a stain in your name, and they're always gonna bring that up. He fought Pacquiao 5 years too late. So yeah, he's moved. So yeah, he's moving up. Inoue. And what's great is that Top Rank, or the promotional company, in conjunction with uh a Honda, Mr. Honda, they promote and they manage Inoue, and Fulton is managed by Al Heyman and PBC, right? And if you really break down with the history, they don't really make fights. Al Heyman and Bob Arum don't really make fights. Look what happened to the Earl Spence fight. It never happened. When Crawford was with Top Rank, the fight never happened, man. So I like this. I like this move. This is a great fight. Fulton was supposed to fight Figueroa. I think Fulton was going to move up to 126 because Figueroa moved up to 126. No. Figueroa moved up to 130, something like that. He moved up in weight. Fulton was going to move up and fight him, and we seen the first fight. It was a close fight. It was a great fight, and I want to see part two. But hey, instead of that fight, we're getting two other great fights. So the Maxao versus Figueroa, and we're getting this one, the Fulton versus Inoue, and then I guess whoever wins, or I don't know, they could you can mismatch them. They can move up, they can move down, or whatever. So yeah, I like this fight, man. Inoue's the underdog. The good thing that Inoue has is that they're gonna fight in Japan. Fulton's down. Fulton's the B side. Inoue's the A side, so he's gonna get the ring he wants. When you're the A side, you get the ring you want. Meaning, if you're a boxer, you're gonna get a ring that's the bigger ring, or a ring that allows you to run around, that doesn't get you tired. I guess it's like a harder ring, and if you're so if you're the A side and you're fighting a boxer, you get a ring that's wobbly so that he gets tired, something like that. It all depends. There's a whole bunch of stuff that people don't see the outside when when you fight the A side, or when you go down, you sit down at the table, you negotiate. For example, the Benavidez versus Plant. Plant wants a bigger ring, and Benavidez didn't want to give it to him, but Plant said, "All right, I'm not gonna fight you." They went down to the negotiation table, and Plant got what he wanted, a bigger ring. Why? What does that tell you? That Plant's gonna box. So Benavidez' footwork better be on intact, because he's gonna have to cut the ring, and he's gonna have to follow him, cut ring, and it's gonna be a long night for him if he doesn't know how to cut ring, because he's gonna fight in a bigger ring. When Canelo fought what's his name? Canelo fought Saunders. The day of the fight, or a day before the fight, Saunders said, "Nah, I want a bigger ring." And then Canelo, "What are you talking about? This contract's already sold, already signed and sealed." And then Saunders said, "I'm not gonna fight." And who's gonna lose more money? Who is it? It's the A side. It's Canelo. It's Canelo's show. And Canelo said, you could have whatever you want, man. I'm gonna still knock you out." And what did Canelo do? He broke his face. So you got to look at the negotiations. Who's the A side? What are they negotiating? What ring is it? A hard ring, a soft ring, a big ring? What type of gloves? When Mayweather fought Maidana, they at the last minute, Floyd Mayweather fought Maidana. In part two, made him use his Grant gloves, I think, because he wanted to use the Mexican Everlast, and so Robert Garcia negotiated another $2 million or $3 million in the contract, and Floyd gave it to him. But Floyd wasn't going to let Maidana use the Mexican Everlast, because those are puncher's gloves. And guess what? Maidana had to use the other one. And according to Robert Garcia, said that Maidana couldn't even close his fist when he fought Mayweather the second time. Because Mayweather wanted to use those tight Grant gloves, and Maidana's fist didn't even fit. They were so tight that he couldn't even close his hand. So you got to look at that. When you're fighting the A side, he's going to fight him at home. The judges are on his side. So this fight might go decision. Inoue for sure might get it, man. You know what I mean? 9 out of 10 times you get the home cooking, the home court advantage, right? So it's going to be in Japan, the A side. Fulton's going to be the road warrior. So I think he has to knock him out. He has to go for the knockout. And I don't think that's Fulton's characteristics. He's a boxer, but he's gonna have to do something, step on the gas, and that could give Inoue the chance to hurt him if Inoue's punch goes up. So this is a great fight, man. Great fight, and I'm going for Fulton, man. He's an underdog. His weight, Inoue's gonna be slower. Maybe in the second half of the fight, maybe he'll fade out. Maybe he can't cut the ring because he'll get tired because this isn't his weight class. We'll see. Yeah, it's a couple pounds, but a pound or two makes a difference, man. It makes a difference when it comes to boxing. So this is a great fight, man. He knew he's gonna give up all his belt, like I said, and they're gonna fight at 126. Phenomenal fight. I hope it goes through. It looks like it's through. I'm not sure, but yeah, I like that fight. And then Brandon Figueroa is gonna fight Maxao, the Filipino. That's a good fight, man. Maxao has power, especially if you hunt him down. He doesn't have to go look for you like when he fought Maxao fought Ray Vargas. Ray Vargas banged with him, but he also boxed. So and we've seen Figueroa, Brandon Figueroa fights. He's a banger. He just comes forward. So they're both gonna clash. And man, Maxao got hand speed and he has power, dude. And he has good angles, good uppercuts. He's right here training out of the wild card. I'm not mistaken if he's still there, but he was training with Freddie Roach, wild card. Yeah, man, great sparring in LA. So that's a banger, man. That's a great fight too, man. That could be a knockout. I don't even think that fight's gonna go to decision, man. Beautiful fight. Both of them have power. Brian Figueroa just came out of a knockout, and he just works you until you gas out until he knocks you out. So that's a great fight, man. I'm waiting for that fight too. That's gonna be March 4th. So yeah, I can't wait for that. Benavidez versus Plant. They already announced that we know the fight was coming, but they announced the date, March 25. Benavidez is coming off a stoppage of Lemieux. Lemieux is a 154 pounder, really, but he was campaigning at 160. He got beat by Saunders, destroyed by Triple G. You know, he has some losses. He got knocked out by a long time when he was young by, what's his name, Rubio. That's the first time I saw him when Rubio knocked him out. He was a fresh, young stallion. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, who is this kid? Lemieux. And he fought Rubio, a Mexican national. He had a lot of experience, man, and knocked him out. He let him get tired and he knocked him out, dude. And I was like, damn, Rubio. And then Triple G destroyed Rubio. Watch that fight, Rubio versus Lemieux. That's when Lemieux was coming up. And then Lemieux did good for a while, for a little bit, but yeah, nah. Then there was talks that he was going to fight Canelo when Canelo was at 154. And I was like, man, that's a good fight. But Canelo moved on, eventually moved up. But yeah. So Benavidez fought him at 168. Lemieux is like 5'7". That wasn't he didn't fight. I didn't even know what happened to him, and he beat him, destroyed him. I don't respect that, man. But okay, whatever. And then what's his name? Caleb Plant. He's coming out of a sensational knockout of Andre Dirrell. Andre Dirrell got knocked out by Benavidez. Stopped or knocked out. I think he got stopped. He's a veteran. And then Caleb Plant knocked him out cold. We're gonna see. It's all on Benavidez. If can Benavidez cut ring? Caleb Plant has great legs, man. Great legs. He gave Canelo a good fight, man. Before Canelo chopped him up and destroyed him and knocked him out. So he's fighting Canelo's leftovers. If you really want to really think about it, he's fighting Canelo's leftovers. He's a good name. The rivalry on paper and the rivalry they had before. He got in a fight with his brother at the gym, something like that. If you go on YouTube, you see it. They keep talking trash about each other. I mean, this all depends on Benavidez. We already know who's gonna win. If I'm gonna bet, I'm gonna bet on Benavidez. He could knock him out. It's all depends on Benavidez. He's a favorite. Um, he just if he doesn't cut the ring off, like I said, it's gonna be a long night. He's gonna look like Teofimo Lopez when he fought the Spaniard, Sunday Martin. It's just gonna be the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And yeah, I think Teofimo won the fight, close fight, but he won the fight. He was the aggressor. He landed some clean punches. Yeah, and it's gonna look like what's the kid that just fought? He fought Boots Ennis. He fought an Armenian from Russia. And the Armenian guy, he had good footwork. He was in there to exchange with him, but he made Boots Ennis look like a pugilist, man, like a rookie, like a novice. He was off balance. He was trying to hit him with power shots. He didn't cut off the ring. He did get hit. We've seen holes. He does get Boots Ennis gets hit in the inside. And I said it in the live with Los Lechones. If you compare Virgil's record with Boots Ennis, on paper, Boots Ennis has more knockouts than Virgil Ortiz has fights. But Virgil Ortiz has faced every style. Boxers that move around. McKinnon. He's a southpaw. And McKinson, right? What did Virgil Ortiz do? Chopped him up. Cut the ring. Boom. Eventually, and he stopped him. He couldn't move his legs, and he knocked him out, or they stopped the fight. He fought bangers. He fought so that's a style. The lefty southpaw that uses the whole ring. McKinson stopped him. 19 fights, 19 knockouts, 100% knockout ratio. So that's a style right there. A lefty and a guy that. So he fought a southpaw. He also fought a guy with power, Mean Machine. Boom, he rocked Virgil Ortiz. He even dropped him. I think they call it. I don't know. And what happened? Hey, what's up, Andres? I'm comparing Virgil Ortiz with Boots Ennis. So he fought Mean Machine, a guy with power. He took his power and then he stopped him. So he fought a left-hand fighter that uses the home ring, and he fought a power fighter, power puncher. That's two styles. Veteran, Mauricio Herrera, El Maestrito. What did he do? He finished him off, destroyed him. And that guy, Mauricio Herrera, a couple years earlier, he beat Danny Garcia, the welterweight, in Puerto Rico. And Virgil Ortiz came here and destroyed him. No one has ever done that to El Maestro. Mauricio Herrera, he's not, oh my God, but no one has ever knocked him out or hurt him. I never seen that. He was always in good fights. He's the guy that if you want to see who you are, if you're a young stallion coming up, you put him with Mauricio Herrera to see where you're at. Virgil Ortiz knocked him out cold. So he beat a crafty veteran. Tall guy. What's his name? The guy from Dallas. What's his name? Mike. I don't know. A guy from Dallas, tall guy with power, beat him, destroyed him, knocked him out. So Virgil Ortiz fought different styles. He fought guys that used the Philly shell. He broke the Philly shell. I have it in my notes. I forgot. What's his name? I forgot. Some Mexican Latino fighter had the Philly shell, and Virgil Ortiz knows how to penetrate the Philly shell. You get it through the jab. The side of the jab, the side where your front foot's at, you attack that side. And that's what Virgil Ortiz did with his footwork. You look at that fight when he had him in the ropes. He used his footwork. Who gave us the blueprint how to beat the Philly shell? Floyd Mayweather. Look at the fight, Gotti versus Mayweather. Mayweather gave us a blueprint to how to fight a guy with the Philly shell. Gotti was doing the Philly shell. His version, Floyd Mayweather attacked the side where the jab's at, the side where you have your front foot at. He attacked that side, and he gave us a blueprint how to penetrate the Philly shell. Watch Floyd versus Gotti. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's why the blueprint or what's the word I'm looking for? The Achilles heel of the Philly shell is a southpaw. You're a right-hand fighter and you're fighting a southpaw. The southpaw already has a position to come where the jab, the arm, and the front foot's at. That's where the southpaw is already positioned to attack. So that's the disadvantage. If you're a right-hand fighter with a Philly shell and you fight a southpaw, that's a deficiency because they already have the edge. They have the advantage because they're attacking that weak side, the side of the hand of the jab, the side where you put your front foot. That's the weakness of the Philly show. Watch the Mayweather versus Gotti fight, and you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, Benavides, we'll see what he does, man. I give it to Benavides, but it's gonna be a long night, dude. He's gonna get exposed, even though he's gonna win. We're gonna see some major holes in his game. But it's Canelo's leftovers, right, Caleb Plant? So yeah. All right, so let's talk about Bivol versus Canelo. Bivol has been talking that he doesn't want to fight Canelo. He's not interested. He wants to go undisputed at 75. I don't really. He's not in my radar. But he also has been saying that he wants to fight Canelo at 168. That he's willing to go down to fight Canelo, and he wants all his belts. So, according to breaking news and rumors, Canelo is gonna fight Bivol in the rematch in September at 168 pounds. I seen some holes in the Bivol fight versus Canelo, and when they fought at 175, I seen holes. He does get hit in the ropes with uppercuts, with body shots. He does get hit, man, and he does get pinned in the ropes when Canelo cuts the ring off, and he does put him in the ropes. So the only thing Canelo did is faded away at the second half of the fight. He got tired, man. But if Canelo works the jab, invests to the body, boxes, and he puts him on the ropes, he does a little bit of everything and wins every round like if it's a fight. Every round like if it's a fight, he'll get the decision. Will he knock him out? I don't think so. But Canelo wins the championship rounds, man. He's the A side. They'll give it to him. And like I said, Canelo has to win each round like if it's a fight. You won the first round, forget about it. Second round, forget about it. It's a fight. You're winning. You're adding up rounds. And I think Canelo could do that. He could out hustle him, outpoint him, outsmart him. Yeah. He could hit him and Bivol gives you little windows of opportunity, and the only person that could do that is Canelo. He hit him in spots. He would in body shots, boom, fake to the top, bah, to the body. Little things that I saw like that no other fighter has done to Bivol. We see when he fought Zurdo. Zurdo didn't have the IQ. He was always tripping. He was always his clashing feet with Bivol, off balance. He was getting countered. Nah, he looked like a novice. Canelo, yeah, he lost, of course. But I saw some good stuff, man. And trust me, he's going to win the rematch at 168 pounds. Okay, so what do we talk about? All right, so let's just talk about real quick about the transgender division that Mauricio Sulaiman is starting or just started. So the WBC is planning to start a new category, a new division. It's called the transgender division. Mauricio Sulaiman is the president of the WBC, one of the most prestigious belts, right? I think it's a Mexican belt, WBC. That's a historical belt. So Mauricio Sulaiman, he started a new division, the transgender division, and there's a rule to that. You can't just let anyone join the transgender. Oh, I'm a man, but I identify as a woman, and then you're gonna fight a woman that identifies as a man, and they're gonna fight, and the guy will kill her because genetically men are born with bigger bone structures, muscle. Genetically, men are stronger. Yeah, there's some women that could beat up some men, but genetically, statistically, and most likely, men are stronger than women. But there's some women that are strong, so don't get it twisted. But most likely, a man's always going to be stronger than a woman. So if you get in a fight, a man could kill a woman. We seen it in mixed martial arts. They had that, and a woman, they broke her face. So it's called the at birth rule. So if a man is transgender, identifies as a woman, but if he was born a man, he could not fight a woman or a transgender that was born a woman and identifies as a man. Or if you were born a woman and identifies as a man or a woman and you want to fight, you're transgender and you want to fight, that's a no-go. You have to transgender women that are born men are gonna fight transgender women that are born men. If you're a transgender woman a transgender man that was born a woman, then you're gonna fight a transgender uh woman that was born a man. Something like that. You guys get it? You were born a man, you're gonna fight another opponent that was born a man. They both identify as transgender. And if you were born a woman, you're gonna face off with a woman with an opponent that was born a woman, but they're transgender. They identify as, I don't know, man or woman. So I believe that's right, because this isn't a sport. It is a sport, but this is, you can die, man. This, you don't play boxing, man. You can die, and I don't want to see that, man. I don't want to discriminate. You could do whatever you want, but this is a life and death sports. One shot, one bad shot can end it all. You can die, and that's not cool, man. Boxing is you don't play boxing. It's a very, very dangerous sport. So I agree with him. If you want to box, you want to fight, so be it, man. It's hard training. It isn't easy. This is one of the hardest sport. It's not easy, man. So you want to try it? Hey, that's on you. I'll watch it. If you can, there's some good fights, I'll watch it. But if I don't like it, I'm not gonna watch it. Just like any other sport, any other fight. You know what I mean? So let's see what happens, and we'll stay tuned and and check out the new WBC division. So yeah, man, that's basically it. I just want to do a quick live to check in with people. Um, there hasn't been any big fights yet, so that's why I haven't gone live. But I'll pop my head here and there, and I have some ideas I want to do. Talk about old fights, and come in here and break them down and talk about it. But yeah, man, check me out at Los Tres Chingones Boxing with Dave and Ed, Joel Trucker, or catch me here, Mike Angelino Boxing. Um, I'll do some lives. I'll do little videos. Maybe I'll show myself training or something. But yeah, man, that's basically it. Leave a comment, subscribe, share it with friends. If you like this live, man, let me know. Let me know what you guys think. But I'll catch you on the next one, next live. I'll check in with you guys. Leave a message, check in with me, and much love. Thank you for the love, guys. I'll catch you. Mike Angelino Sports, Mike Angelino Boxing, in conjunction with the Tres Chingones Boxing. I'm Ghost. Gone.